I have tried to start this video 3 times. I have been interrupted by my granddaughter, who knew I was filming today, a phone call, and my neighbor being noisy upstairs. We're going to get this done now before I get too irritated. Oh, it might be already too late. So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. This is a coffee mug from medieval times in California, I believe. We may have bought it out here. I've been into medieval times twice. Had to be from California. I've been to medieval times twice. Now, I cannot tell you the specific reasons that I went. Pretty sure I went once with my ex-husband, but I think the other time I went with a bunch of friends. Can't remember. Anyway, I am a coffee mug connoisseur, as you know, so we picked up a coffee mug. I do have another one, but I do think we actually purchased one out here without actually going in to enjoy the show. They're quite expensive. Anyway, in our medieval times coffee mug is the Organic India Tulsi Turmeric Rooibos stress relieving and exotic caffeine-free tea. This is our second tea that we're trying from our Sips By. No, this is my third. This is my third tea I'm trying from my Sips By. The very last one I have to try is a cold tea, so I'm not quite sure I'm going to get that on the channel. But I have a ton. I still have some more of the Leviathan to get through, and I still have some more tea drops to get through from those 2 samples. Anyway, there is no milk in here. We are currently out of milk, so we're going to go ahead and give her a sip and get started. It's very hot. Smells very good. I think I needed to add just a little bit more sugar. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. We're going to just let it steep a little while longer to get to the end of our video, and then we'll try it then. At this point, I'm thinking it's probably going to be a no. It doesn't taste very much like a dessert tea. Some of that is, of course, the fact that I did not put in enough sugar, but yeah, it doesn't quite taste like a dessert tea, and as we all know, I'm a big dessert tea lover. At any rate, so today we are shopping my stash. And now, I said in a previous video, I believe that this is going to be a little late. I am trying right now to get it on time, so hopefully it will go up the Monday after I film it, which would be the 3rd. It's really going to depend on how this weekend goes. Sunday, we are celebrating my son's birthday, even though his birthday's on Monday, and I'm going to be very busy on that day baking cupcakes and doing things for him. So we'll see. I'm really hoping. If I didn't, I apologize for it being late. At any rate, the first thing we're going to do, obviously, is go through the stuff that's already in my drawer, and some of that includes stuff I used today that's in my basket. Going to pull my basket in front of me, and we're going to go through some of the stuff that is already in here and determine whether we're going to keep it or we're going to put it away. So the first thing I have is the Flamingo palette by Violet Voss. I have not used this very much. I'm going to keep this one in there. I do intend to pull out a few of the other palettes that I have in there, but we're going to keep that one for now. I don't know if anything in here... This is my lipstick. All right, so what was in there is this lip gloss from ColourPop. We are almost done, and that's what I'm trying to do. It is hitting that stage where it's a bit thick and goopy, and I'm not getting much out of the thing. So we're going to keep it in and try to finish it off. I believe it's an older gloss, and that's why I'm trying to get rid of it. Also had this Morphe palette in there. I'm not going to keep it in there, and in fact, I think I'm going to be giving this to my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter gave this to me, but I'm not enjoying it. I'm not finding it doing anything for my face right now. I don't find that it gets a very big glow on it. I have the NYX palette. The NYX doesn't have as many colors, I don't think. It might. Hold, please. Okay, so the NYX palette has one less. So that's my NYX palette. It does not have this really bright pink in it. Most of the other colors it duplicates. It does have a pink in there. It's just not really bright. It's more of a rosy pink rather than a pink. It also has the lighter gold but not the darker gold. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put this in for the month, but I'm taking this out. And like I said, this is probably going to go to my daughter, my youngest child. She loves playing with stuff. I really wanted this. I really wanted to try it, and I really appreciate my daughter giving it to me. And I would keep it because I try to keep all of my gift things in a separate container, so to speak, so that I know to keep them because they were gifts. However, this one just isn't. Keeping it in there and having it take up space and just never using it, because I suspect I would never use it again. It really is irritating me that I have to really fight it to get it to work the way I want. It's a subtle glow. It does give you glow. It's just very subtle, and I'm somewhere between subtle and shine to the stars. I'm not into shine to the stars as much, but I do like to know that I have it on, and sometimes I feel like this just doesn't really do that. So yes, this is going out and probably going to my youngest child. I have a few things in here that were not part of the last month, and that I'm not planning on. All right, so the next thing is this Milani Gilded Jewel. I used this today. I used the blues today in there. I'm going to actually, this is not in there now, but I'm going to put it in there for the month of August. My two Alamar palettes I'm going to keep. These are my face palettes. Use them today. I'm enjoying them. My BECCA, I think I'm going to take this one out for now. I really love this, but I think I'm going to try to work on using up, or using I don't know if I'm ever going to use up, but I'm going to work on using my NYX. I think that's going to be my choice for next month, is to try to get my NYX done. I'm going to put those down. We're keeping our mascara base. I've been playing around with the Lorella Sweetheart palette. I like the colors I've used, but I have found it oddly limiting for me. The pinks and purples are great. There's a nice gold in there. I think it needed another color. I'm not ready to review you yet, but I'm going to take this out for now and try to get something in there with other color. I have some other stuff I really want to play with. My Bad Habit and my Bakerie powders I'm going to keep in there. I'm actually mixing these now in a smaller container, 50-50, and I'm finding, I used the mix today, and I'm finding I really like that. The Crop Beauty eyeshadow. I've only used it once or twice. I don't know. We'll keep it in for now. I need to play with it some more. I also have the Estate. This is the only one that I'm showing right now. I did use this one today. I also have the Estate singles. I'm going to keep those in there for the moment. And I picked up some new cream gel eyeliners from Shani. I picked up an entire box. I kept some and I gave some to my oldest daughter. They're not going to technically go in because there's like 7 or 8 of them. Not that many. It might be that many. There's at least 5 or 6 of them. So I'm just they're gonna stay in the drawer that I have them in, but I'm going to attempt to use them. All right, so everything, I want to play around with those. I really do. I really enjoyed using it today. All right, so that is everything that is in my makeup basket right now, and whether or not it's going to go or stay. So next we get stuff that is sitting in the drawer and decide what we're doing with all of that. So this e.l.f. blush is going to go out. I already know what I'm doing. This Milani banana powder is staying. I'm still trying to use this up. This is the little mix of the 2 powders, so I'm keeping that in there right now. These 2 Suvas are going to go out because I will be playing. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to keep grease in there. No, I have liquid eyeliners. I'm going to go ahead and put both of these away because I have the other ones that I want to play with. This Naked Cosmetics. I like it, but I don't know if I'm going to use it much. I didn't use it much. I think it's been in there for 2 months, and I don't think I've used it much at all during that entire time. So for right now, I'm just going to take it out, and it might become a blush or something. It's got that color. Anyway, I have the ColourPop palette I just finished putting together. I'm actually going to keep that in. I have been playing with the Firenze multi-chromes. I have to say right now, I'm not all that impressed with them at this point. The Color Me Up Glammed by Cat Cosmetics, I'm having trouble using this, mostly because it is primarily mattes. It has one row of shimmers, and that's this row down here. Everything else is matte. I still want to play with it, but I'm going to take this out for now. Then we have these two mini Hip Dots. I already know how Hip Dot applies. I haven't used this one at all, so it's going to go out. I've used this one once or twice for the glitter. It's also going to go out, but I'm going to be prepared to grab it if I want it. I have two more Estates that are staying. Estate highlighters. I'm going to take both of these out. And I have a plan. I have plans. Something else that I need to use that's older that I'm trying to get to some of my older stuff. I really am. They're very pretty colors, but we're going to take them out. And then I have this e.l.f. powder. I'm going to keep this in. This is their Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. It's in a beautiful dark color. I didn't use it today, but it is a good color when I'm transitioning in the spring to summer or summer to fall, depending on when I'm walking and stuff. And I can put it on my outer edges and give me that darker glow. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it in there. I have used it a few times because I'm starting to do a bit of a transition. And then I have a small box in here. In my small box, I'm just going to grab all of this stuff. The All Hours Foundation. I need to finish this up very soon, I think. So I'm going to keep that in, and I'm going to put it in a place where I see it. The Bobbi Brown, I think I'm ready to review it. I've only worn it once or twice. I'll say right now I haven't liked it. So there's probably no way I'm going to ever get back to it. It's a very, very dry lipstick. So I'm going to take that out. We have my Galactic eyeliner. That stays in. Where did my other eyeliner go? Oh, we got a couple things in here. We have my Sugar eyeliner, which I had in there for when the Galactic runs out. Going to keep that in because that Galactic is working on it. I have the NYX Vivid Brights. I've used it once or twice. And what I have to do is I have to take it and I have to dump it out on my little palette, on my little mirror palette that I use. And that's the only way I can use it. It's kind of sad. But still trying to get through it and still trying to use it so I can review it. So we're going to keep that in there. The Mellow Cosmetics Brow. I think this is hopefully is going to be gone by the end of this month. We'll see. But we're going to keep that in there because I'm trying to get rid of it. The J-Cat Flash Metal Metallic Lip. I've actually worn this a couple of times, but we're going to keep it in there. Not ready to review it yet. The JD Glow, going to keep that in there. I think I've worn that a couple of times. Not ready to review it yet. I haven't used L'Oreal at all, so we're going to keep that in there. Still trying to use up my waterline pencil and trying to use up this Lancome mascara. So samples. Alrighty, so that is everything that we are keeping and putting away. And I'm going to go ahead and put stuff away, get you turned around, and then we will start going through my drawers. That sounded horrible, but you all know what I meant. Okay, so as usual, we're starting here. We're not going to get into the small sample drawer again tonight. I have so many things I'm trying to get through right now. It just ain't happening. All right, so this is one of the palettes that I want to bring out, and I will show that later. Looking. Not feeling those right now. I do have a couple of other palettes already in there that I think I'm going to put the Zara in there. I was enjoying that. It is, yeah, I'm going to put the Zara in there. Okay, so we're just going to take those two out. Honestly, I have enough palettes, but I also need to start using up some older palettes. So we're just going to put all of that away and go back over here. All right, so let's get in here, and just got this in my Ipsy, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down to play with. And what are you? You are another eyeliner that I need to wait on. I'm testing out another one of that. That's going to be it out of that drawer. Nothing in there I need to get rid of. Is there anything in here that's hitting that time? Which anything this Hued Beauty is. In fact, I know this Hued Beauty is. I don't use it very much, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that and start trying to use it up. So that will go in there. Any of these lip glosses that need to be used. Debating. This one is getting there, I think. They're all kind of getting older, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. Y'all know this is like my favorite color, so we'll go ahead and take that. Not going to worry about the lip pencils. And now let's get into our big drawers. Don't need a powder. Ooh, that's somebody's birthday present. Just set that down over there. And I don't need a powder. I do need a bronzer. I don't need a bronzer. I have a bronzer I love already up. What am I thinking? We already have a bronzer, so I don't need a bronzer either. We aren't going to take a bronzer. I'm going to leave all that in there. Okay, so I'm going to take my NYX palette here. What did I do with the other one? I picked it up, I showed you the colors, and then I set it down. Wonder where I put it. Okay, found it. It was in my basket, so we're going to take that as well. So now we have blush and highlighter. We don't need anything else in here. And these are all the shanies that I'm going to be playing around with. In addition to the two I showed you. As you see, there's a lot of colors. So this is not going to go in that box. I've got a dark green that I'm, well, kind of a bright dark green. And an aqua. And a gray, which I thought was an interesting color. And a gray blue. And this purple. So I'm really excited about playing around with those sometime soon. So those are going to stay there. Now, for my old palette, I said some of these are just so old now. I really need to use some of them. So I'm going to pull out one of my old favorites. This Urban Decay. I keep trying to get to it and trying to use it. It is getting to the point where I really need to try to use it. I am not seeing any issues with the palette itself. I am not seeing any discoloration. I'm not seeing any changes in the formula. I'm not seeing anything on it. I have hit pan on one of the shadows. This is one of their better palettes. This is their old Urban Spectrum. It's been out for a very long time. It's one of the first high-end palettes that I got. So I am going to try to start using this. I'm going to try to keep this consistent and try to get through some of this before I have to finally decide to give it up, because it is getting so old. All right, so that is it. That's all I'm doing out of my drawers and everything. I'm going to turn you around, set this up, and, well, let me set up the drawer before I turn you around, and I will show you the drawer as it's done. Be back. Alrighty, so here's our drawer. I put all the stuff from my basket back in. So we've got all of these palettes, way too many, but Here's the Flamingo, which I'm keeping for summer. That might end up going away somewhere in the middle of the month. I have another palette coming in that I'm going to want to play with a lot, I think. And then I have the Milani, my Zara, my Dominique. There's my Urban Decay and my ColourPop. These are the two colors that I used on my eyes today. They're both of blue. There's a dark royal blue and there's a pale blue. So we got that. You can't see my powders. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit my powders in here now. Can my powders fit? My powders will fit. I mean, I don't really need them to because I've got this little one and this will last me for a while now. So that is good. We'll just keep using those up. Just trying to use them up. We got plenty of blush because I kept the Colorette palette, and I do have my NYX down here, along with my highlighter palette down there, so we can get those going. Start using those up. You can see I got my glosses, got the lipstick, got my voluminous. So that's everything in my drawer right now. It is a lot. It's probably too much, but there we go. All the colors, all the things. Let me get you turned around and then I can go ahead and swatch that for you. All right, so we're going to do a quick swatch of this Dominique Cosmetics Rustic palette. I did show this in my Ipsy battle with my daughter because this was one of my add-ons. We did not swatch everything. I have used some of the shades already. It is beautifully pigmented. There's the inside. But we're going to go ahead and swatch these shades. A couple of them I do not expect the best results from because they're brown. I'm brown, as everybody knows. My particular shade of beige apparently blends in with a lot of these shades. A lot of browns. They have to have a red cast, or they have to have something to make them stand out on my skin. Otherwise, this Fringe or this Free Spirit might work for setting concealer and stuff like that, or brightening, but it won't work for much else. And anyway, so we have Fringe, we have Evil Eye, we have Free Spirit, we have Cactus, and we're just going to leave it at that. So Fringe, like I said, doesn't do anything. Now I gotta find it. Evil Eye. God, that's so pretty. Free Spirit. Again, doesn't really do anything, but it's a skin tone issue. And this is Cactus, which is coming up a bit dustier than it did when I swatched it earlier. So going into the last two on the top row and hitting the first two on the bottom row, we have Dreamcatcher. We have Wildflower, Suede, and Bohemian. So, Dreamcatcher, Wildflower. That would be a good under the brow shade for me. It's it shows up a little bit. It's not very bright, but it's got color to it, which is something I would use up here. I have the very pale pink estate up there right now. So that is a color I would use for that. Then we have Suede. And we have Bohemian. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And that Suede will actually show up on my skin, which is nice. And that's because it's got an orangey red cast to it that will help. So our last four are Desert Queen, Wanderlust, Moonchild, which I think is one of the ones I've already used, and Gypsy, which I've definitely already used because it's purple. Pinky purple, but a purple. So we have Desert Queen, Wanderlust. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a beautiful swampy green. That's gorgeous. Then we have Moonchild. And we have Gypsy. So those are the colors from the palette. They're not necessarily summery colors, but I figure my Flamingo palette fits the bill for summery colors. These are just, they're gorgeous. This palette is gorgeous. And like I said, the pigmentation, I've already played with it. And like I've used the Moonchild, I believe, and I've used the Gypsy, and I've used the Wildflower, and they've shown up beautifully. So I can't wait to play around with it a little bit more, and that's why I have to have it out. There we go. Oh. Now, it doesn't appear to have as much staying power as I'd really like, if you look in here. But in general, I still have to do a bit more wiping to get it off, so it should be fine for what I do. I don't go out often. I mean, even before Miss Rona, I didn't go out often. So I don't need these to go out. I just need them to make me happy. And these colors are making me very, very happy. So that's the Rustic Glam. I'm going to go ahead and put her back on her sleeve. I keep saying, okay, you need to get rid of the sleeve. And I just can't bring myself to do it. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, though, I'm going to pull the Zara. Like I said, I have another palette coming in, so that I'm going to want to play with. Hopefully it'll be here very soon. It is the new Bailey Sarian and Estate collab, the Venice palette. And yeah, I'm going to want to really play with that when that comes in. There's quite a few browns in there, but I'm not unhappy with it. It's a beautiful palette, and I'm looking forward to playing with it a lot. Anyway, so that's it. What do you think about my stash for the month of August? Let me know down below. Would like to hear your opinion. And in the meantime, that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe if you're not subscribed. Lots of hoping and ifing going on around here. We would really love you to subscribe. It would help me out. You'd get to hear things, especially if you hit that notification bell. You'd get to know when I upload, which is currently 2 days a week, Monday and a Thursday. But I do have bonus videos. I suspect the Bailey Sarian will be a bonus video. We're not going to quite get to open it up the way we normally do, but I will want to show it off. So yeah, we'll hopefully have that. I have some other stuff that I can open up with that too. So I'm waiting on my daughter to get, my middle daughter, to get a package before I open something else. So we'll probably do the two of them together. Looking for that. Anyway, so we do indie brands, and my son opens his My Geek box every month. And if you send something, you don't have to, but if you do, it can also be opened as a bonus video. If you do not wish me to open it as a bonus video, please let me know, and we will refrain from doing that. You can contact me on Facebook. We have our domytriesthis Facebook group. Just look for it, and you can go ahead and ask to join. And if you send something, you can post it, get a hold of me through that, and I will I'll make a note and try not to open it up on video for you. But if you are interested in doing that, I will also feel free to be pleased to open it up as a bonus video. And I need to get going and stop rambling. We are not doing garden videos this year. Hopefully next year. I'm missing it. I've been missing it. But at the same time, the weather has just not been cooperative. So anything I would have planted probably would have died. And I don't have room inside the house anymore. So you can't see it. Well, that's part of the problem right there. If you're part of my notification squad, please check both your bell and your subscription to make sure they're both still active. I haven't seen any problems. You shouldn't see any problems. I do know that one of my longtime subscribers had to resubscribe after she'd been gone a while. So apparently, occasionally, Facebook removes people. If you haven't been watching for a while, you may want to check that subscription. But, you know, like I said, other than that, I haven't seen any issues, which has been really nice, because for a while there, we were having a lot of issues. However, after all that, if you choose not to subscribe, well, yeah, I'd be pretty disappointed, especially if you keep coming back. If you keep coming back, why not? Just subscribe, you know, hit the bell. That way you know when the bonus videos go up. I can talk. I swear I can. I can. And if I didn't have problems speaking at least once per video, it wouldn't be me now, would it? But I would be disappointed and sad. However, you're always welcome back here. And if you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. Which, you know, with that lighting, you can't even see that logo. There's the logo. Can you see the logo? There's the logo. Medieval times. Anyway. All right, so we've been here at least 30 minutes. You may not be here 30 minutes, but I've been here at least 30 minutes. So hopefully this tea has reached its full flavor and I will like it. I may need to add more sugar and milk. That might help a lot. But let's give her a sip and then we'll get on our way. Yeah, something in there is just not... Yeah, something in there is just not hitting me right. I can tell some of it is the lack of sweetness. I tried to go a little easier on the sugar because in recent cups we've been going a little too heavy. I think it went a little too light. And like I said, there's no milk. So those might make a difference. We will try it again one of these days when we have sugar and milk. How's that? Yeah, we will. Promise. Anyway, that's it. I hope you have a good one.